Stoic principles to achieve emotional detachment are particularly resonant with Sigma males, who inherently embody the qualities of independence, self-reliance, and introspection. Sigma males, the enigmatic lone wolves of society, thrive on their ability to maintain clarity and focus amidst chaos. For them, emotional detachment is not about coldness or indifference, but about cultivating a mindset that allows for objective thinking and resilience. By embracing Stoic principles, Sigma males learn to control their reactions, understanding that their power lies in their response to external events rather than the events themselves. This practice of emotional detachment enables them to navigate life's challenges with a level-headed approach, free from the emotional turbulence that often plagues others. Sigma males value their inner peace and autonomy, and Stoic teachings provide the perfect framework for preserving these ideals. By focusing on what they can control and letting go of what they cannot, Sigma males protect their mental and emotional well-being. This Stoic detachment is not about withdrawing from the world, but engaging with it in a way that aligns with their values and goals. Understanding Stoic principles to achieve emotional detachment from the perspective of Sigma males highlights a powerful synergy between philosophy and the innate strengths of these independent thinkers, offering a path to inner strength and unwavering composure. Number 1, the illusion of control is a deceptive belief that we can shape external events and others' reactions to our advantage. This false sense of power often leads us to place excessive value on others' opinions, fostering emotional dependency and insecurity. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus observed, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle underscores that while we can't dictate external circumstances, we have full control over our responses. When we cling to the illusion of control, we may idolize others, elevating them to an unrealistic status that distorts our perception of reality. However, once we shed this illusion, we see that everyone is equally flawed and human, with no one inherently superior. To dismantle this illusion, we must accept that many things are beyond our control, a realization that can be both humbling and liberating. By focusing on what we can control, our own thoughts, reactions, and growth, we build resilience and self-confidence. Practicing self-affirmation and recognizing our intrinsic worth separate from others' approval helps us love freely and appreciate relationships without dependency. For instance, social media might make us feel inadequate, but by valuing what truly brings us joy, we shift away from seeking validation. This mindset opens us to new possibilities and strengthens our emotional resilience. Reflecting on personal stories, like a friend who learned that self-worth isn't tied to external validation, highlights the freedom found in emotional detachment. True power comes from within, allowing us to navigate life with clarity and purpose. Number 2, attachment, at its core, is driven by our ego's need for validation and security from external sources. As Epictetus said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants, capturing the essence of attachment, our desires and perceived needs. When we become overly attached, our happiness often hinges on others' approval or presence, revealing an ego-driven desire for validation. To break free from this, we must first identify and understand our attachments as manifestations of ego. Imagine living from a place of love rather than ego, where you trust in the universe's abundance and recognize your inherent worth independent of external validation. This shift in mindset alleviates the burdens of attachment and fosters a more resilient, love-filled self. Detachment isn't about becoming indifferent, but about releasing the ego's grip and moving forward with openness. Identifying who or what we are attached to, whether a person, job, or dream, and understanding why we cling so tightly is crucial. Often our attachments stem from fear of loneliness, failure, or the unknown. Marcus Aurelius' insight that the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts reflects how attachments can skew our perception. By practicing mindfulness and focusing on self-validation, we build inner strength and self-worth. In modern life, where societal pressures and social media amplify our insecurities, Practicing detachment helps us tune out external noise and stay true to ourselves. In regular reflection on our attachments and their impacts leads to greater peace and fulfillment. Embracing detachment empowers us to live authentically, engaging with life and relationships more healthily. Number 3. Have you ever felt that your emotions are manipulated by others, as if someone else holds the strings to your feelings? This is where the concept of detachment becomes crucial. Detachment isn't about ceasing to care, but about living a life where your happiness and peace are not controlled by external forces. Epictetus wisely said, "We suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgment about them." True detachment is about regaining control over your responses, rather than being at the mercy of people or situations. Imagine your emotions as a kite tethered to various strings, each string representing a potential influence. If you clutch too tightly or hold too many strings, you're subject to the whims of the wind, letting external factors dictate your feelings. Stoicism teaches us to loosen our grip, recognizing that while we can't control the wind, we can choose which strings to hold and which to release. This approach doesn't render you cold or indifferent, but rather grounded and resilient. Start by identifying your attachments and engage in activities that bring genuine satisfaction. By focusing on what you can control and releasing what you cannot, you anchor yourself in your own strength and values. As Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." Embracing detachment means engaging with life more fully, unburdened by unnecessary attachments. In today's world of social media and constant pressure, practice focusing on what truly matters and let go of external validation. This shift fosters inner peace and resilience, setting a powerful example for others. Number 4, practicing detachment involves letting go of the past to embrace new opportunities. Imagine clinging to a rope so tightly that your hands ache, fearing the unknown if you release your grip. Letting go doesn't mean falling, it means you can reach out for something better. I learned this when I held on to a comfortable relationship, afraid to move on and shut doors to potential happiness. Fear of missing out, FOMO, is a trap that keeps you glued to others' highlight reels, distorting your view of your own life. Social media often presents a filtered snapshot that makes others' lives seem perfect, but up close, you'll see imperfections. By stopping the comparison game and focusing on your own life, you reclaim joy from your experiences rather than chasing illusions. Detachment isn't about giving up happiness, but about defining it on your terms. Follow the Stoic principle of concentrating on what you can control: your thoughts, actions, and growth. This shift empowers you to find contentment and form genuine relationships based on mutual respect rather than neediness. For instance, a friend who was overwhelmed by social media comparisons found true satisfaction by focusing on her passions and values. This practice of detachment helps you appreciate life's genuine opportunities and enriches your well-being, reminding you that your happiness is rooted in your own actions and mindset. Number 5, the path to happiness isn't found in accumulating possessions, but in having fewer wants. This insight from Stoicism encourages us to look inward for our sense of worth and fulfillment. The challenge of detaching from someone isn't about severing ties harshly, but understanding that our deepest companionship lies with ourselves. Often we mistakenly tie our happiness to another's presence or approval, which limits our potential and binds us to their whims. Imagine if a bird believed it needed permission to fly. This limitation holds back its natural freedom. Realize that you are complete on your own terms, and this self-reliance is liberating. Detachment involves focusing on personal growth and becoming the best version of yourself, akin to nurturing a garden. You wouldn't plead for a flower to bloom, you would care for the soil and trust the process. Similarly, by enhancing your self-worth independently of others' opinions, you foster a resilient happiness. For example, John, who once sought validation through relationships, found true fulfillment by focusing on his personal growth and passions. This shift allowed him to build healthier, more balanced relationships. Embrace the wisdom of focusing on what you control: your thoughts, actions, and growth, and find joy within yourself. This journey of emotional detachment enhances well-being and enriches your connections with others, proving that true happiness is rooted in your own sense of self and not in external validation. Number 6, are you frequently caught up in past regrets or future anxieties? Embracing the present moment is a powerful practice for emotional detachment and inner peace. This principle, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, encourages living fully in the now, appreciating the current moment instead of being overwhelmed by what has been or what might be. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher, advised us to confine yourself to the present, emphasizing the importance of focusing on the here and now. Dwelling on past events often leads to reliving pain or clinging to what no longer exists, while worrying about the future generates unnecessary anxiety over events that may never come to pass. Both habits can obstruct our experience of the present's richness. Practicing mindfulness is a key method to embrace the present. Mindfulness involves paying full attention to your current experience without judgment, whether you're eating, walking, or conversing. Notice the details: the taste of your food, the ground beneath your feet, or the tone of someone's voice. By immersing yourself in these experiences, you ground yourself in the present, alleviating feelings of attachment to the past or future. Simple practices like meditation or deep breathing exercises can help center your focus on the present. Cultivating gratitude for small moments and simple pleasures also shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant. This practice helps build emotional stability and clarity, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with a calm and focused mind. For instance, Michael, who used to stress over his career and relationships, found peace by practicing mindfulness and appreciating daily routines. By living in the present, he reduced his anxiety and enjoyed life more fully. Embrace the present moment to transform your life into a more fulfilling and joyful experience, freeing yourself from past burdens and future anxieties. Number 7, have you ever felt trapped by your own thoughts, unable to escape negative patterns that keep you emotionally dependent on someone? Reframing your thoughts is a powerful tool for emotional detachment, allowing you to change how you perceive and interpret situations. As Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius noted, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. By altering your thoughts, you shift your emotional state and perspective on life. Begin by identifying negative thoughts that sustain your attachments, such as beliefs like "I can't live without this person" or "I'll never find someone else." These thoughts foster dependency and helplessness. Recognize these patterns as the first step toward changing them. Challenge these thoughts by questioning their validity. Ask yourself if they are absolutely true and what evidence supports them. Often, these beliefs are exaggerated or unfounded, which can diminish their hold on your emotions. Once you've identified and questioned these negative thoughts, replace them with positive or neutral alternatives. Instead of "I can't live without this person," try "I am capable of finding happiness on my own." Similarly, replace "I'll never find someone else" with "many opportunities for love and connection lie ahead." Reinforce these new thoughts with daily affirmations. Write positive statements about yourself and your independence, and read them aloud each day. Additionally, mindfulness practices such as meditation can support your reframing efforts by helping you observe and modify your thought patterns. Reframing thoughts is an ongoing practice that builds emotional resilience and control over your reactions. Consider Tom, who was overwhelmed by thoughts of inadequacy after a breakup. By reframing his negative beliefs and practicing daily affirmations, Tom improved his emotional well-being and opened himself to new, healthier relationships. Identify and challenge the negative thoughts that hold you back, and replace them with empowering beliefs to cultivate a mindset that supports emotional freedom and personal growth. Number 8, setting healthy boundaries is essential for emotional detachment and maintaining well-being. Boundaries protect your emotional space and affirm your self-worth, helping you avoid dependency on others for validation or happiness. Establishing boundaries involves clearly identifying acceptable behaviors and communicating these limits to others. This practice creates a distinct line between your needs and those of others, preventing emotional entanglement and fostering autonomy. If someone's actions are causing you stress, express your need for space or a change in interaction calmly and assertively. This is not about pushing people away, but about safeguarding your mental health. Consistently setting boundaries demonstrates self-respect and encourages healthier, mutually respectful relationships. For instance, consider a scenario at work where a colleague repeatedly asks you to take on extra tasks, disrupting your work-life balance. By setting clear limits and adhering to them, you protect your time and energy, leading to improved job performance and reduced stress. Similarly, in your personal life, setting boundaries can prevent you from feeling drained by agreeing to obligations that don't serve your well-being, such as attending social events when you need rest. For example, if a friend frequently calls late at night, disrupting your sleep, gently but firmly communicating that you're available to talk at more suitable times helps you protect your rest while still offering support. This balance fosters healthier relationships without compromising your own needs. Remember the Stoic wisdom of Epictetus: no man is free who is not master of himself. Setting boundaries empowers you to master your emotional domain, creating a framework where you can thrive without external pressures. Thank you for your attention. You can now become a member of the channel by clicking the Join button under this video.